Hello, I'm Faith, and welcome to Faith's Take, where I talk about anything and everything that I find interesting. And this is just yet another, update announcement video about why there haven't been a lot of videos lately and all that kind of stuff, and then what I'm planning going forward, hopefully. And I want to immediately apologize for, the weird angle and the bad lighting and my nasally voice. It is 3:17 a.m., and I was gonna just, go to sleep, but I was like, I need to get this out and done, so I'm sorry that everything looks terrible, but the reason there aren't many videos in the last, none in the last, 3 weeks, is because school has been an ever-loving nightmare. I thought the last semester I did in 2017, was the worst, and, I took a break for Christmas, came back in January, wasn't feeling great in January, but I was like, okay, school's not as terrible as it could be. But this semester has been an ever-loving nightmare. It's been the worst thing ever because I'm taking 8-week classes and they're already intense. And they're like, oh, you need this 1 credit 2-week course in addition to your other stuff. So they tacked it on at the beginning of this semester. It was ridiculously work-filled. There's such a heavy workload that I got behind in my other classes. And I had to send an email to a teacher to be like, I'm sorry that I'm behind in the first 2 weeks, but stuff has been crazy. And then it completely threw my semester off. One of my teachers hasn't even graded our essays in one, at least my essays in one class, because I've had to take a couple hits because that first class I had to finish was, thank God I passed, but it has completely screwed me over in these other classes. So there's a class that I could genuinely be failing and not know because the stupid teacher won't give me my grades for my essays, and I even sent her another email that just the other day. I sent them to my other teachers, just the ones I have now, and I apologized for things being late and me having to take these percentage hits on all this stuff, and I've heard absolutely nothing back from her. She's just the worst, and I feel really bad, but it's because I know teaching can't be easy or whatever, but it's can you at least let me know if I'm wasting all my time in this class if I am failing it? So it's just that has been the worst. Thankfully, my other teacher I sent the email to I've had him before for other accounting classes and stuff, and he is so kind and was so nice about it. And I told him look, I've been having issues with my anxiety, mostly because of that stupid class throwing everything off, so I've had really rough mental last couple weeks, and I was honest about that, and he was like, let me know if you need anything. I totally understand. He's great. He's always been nice, and I think he knows my work from past classes, and that I wouldn't take hits and have to adjust things like that if I didn't have to. But so that's how class has been going, and then it's just thanks to school I haven't been able to get a job because I've been so busy with beginning of this semester. I was like, maybe I'll get a job, sooner rather than later, before I graduate. But this has been so crazy, I haven't been able to. So between the stress of all this school and of not having a job or any revenue coming in except for my wonderful Patreon people, that is literally my only source of income. My parents are always ridiculously generous, and we're always as long as my sisters and I, whether we're in school and or have a job, we'll have a roof over our head, that's gonna be fine. And it's so frustrating, and I'm sorry, it's a lot of thoughts. It's been really rough these past few weeks. Even just things that shouldn't be a big deal feel like a bigger deal. They feel magnified. You might have noticed I'm wearing contact lenses. I don't know if I've ever worn contact lenses on a video before, actually. It's because my glasses broke 2 weeks ago, and thankfully I got some new ones that came in the mail, and I'm actually staying at my aunt's house right now, so they're actually at my actual house, but they got there yesterday, something like that. So I'm gonna get those, so that's nice. And my parents, being as generous as they are, my mom knew I was super busy with school, so she actually looked up a site that were buy one get one on glasses, and they actually paid for half of that. So it's so that's great. It was a lot cheaper, especially because I have such ridiculously thick lenses. They're always expensive, but this place, was a little cheaper, so that was good. Anyway, so that, trying to look on the bright side of the bad things that have been happening. Things like, I am so busy and broke, I didn't get to see Trace and Frank, who were in town the other day. Oh man, I didn't think I'd get emotional about that. But it's like, they were here in town, and I got to see them and interview them the last time they were here. I didn't even get to see them this time. And that's bad. But my cousins took me out to see a movie with them this weekend, so that was really good. We saw A Quiet Place. It was actually really good. Had a lot of cheesy monster movie moments, but it was good and it was different. So reminded us a lot of Signs and had us all very anxious. But so it's like, finding the good things among the bad things. I was officially rejected from the Disney College program again before even getting to the second part of the audition process again, just like the last time. One of the but I have my trip in September, bright side. And the one where there isn't much of a bright side, though, is that one of my favorite YouTubers, the Nostalgia Critic, or I say YouTubers, internet personalities, whatever, Doug Walker, the Nostalgia Critic, had a huge influence on me and my channel of how you can be both funny and informative, and and just like, I don't know, just his review style and all that, like, it really inspired me and I really enjoyed his content. Well, now it's like, he's on YouTube, but he also, just to sum up super quick, he started a site called, or it had a few incarnations, or a couple incarnations, but the most recent was Channel Awesome, where he had his own videos, and he also hosted other YouTubers and content creators and producers on that site. That way their videos had a place where they were stored in case something happened with YouTube and all that stuff, like how I have my website now. But he just hosted a lot of people. Well, just like 9 or 10 days ago, a 70-page document came out. You guys might have heard of all this happening, actually. It's kind of blown up on Twitter and stuff. Of a lot of past producers coming out with all these allegations of harassment and not being paid for things, someone getting fired the day after they had a major surgery, people having their videos removed from the site because they couldn't get on Skype within 15 minutes, and things like that. And while Doug wasn't, if you read the document, the main problem in a lot of these decisions, he's not the CEO of the company, someone else is. He sold the rights to it to somebody else. And this guy is obviously the cause of a lot of the problems, but Doug has been seemingly very complacent in it. And it's really hard when, someone you looked up to let all this happen, and it's like, that's really hurt. And I think it hurt a lot of people, actually. If you go onto Twitter or onto Channel Awesome's YouTube page and read the comments of the most recent videos that are stop ignoring these allegations and all that kind of stuff, a lot of people looked up to him and were like, your videos got me through a tough time and your videos inspired me and stuff like that. And it's a lot of crap like that, man, has been happening. And all this, the glasses, missing Trace and Frank, getting rejected from the Disney thing, the Nostalgia Critic, Channel Awesome things, all this crap at school is just all within the last 2 weeks. And so it's been insane. It's been a lot. And all this while I'm also looking the future straight in the face and hating it. Because I don't know what I'm doing after I get back from Disney in September. I should have a degree. We'll see how the rest of the semester goes, but I should have a degree that I don't want and don't know what to do with. And I hate that. Just anything I would want to do either doesn't pay well or seems like it would be, impossible at this time, and that's so disheartening. at this point, it's like, I don't even need to be content. Can I just not hate whatever it is I do for a living? That would be great, you know? But enough of that. Let's, get into some more positive things. I have 2 Google image videos that I've actually had saved up since before this semester started that I was saving for emergencies like this. So one of those will be going up this week, and then I'll have another one within the next 2 weeks. Because I have, including this week, there's 3 weeks left in this semester, I think. So, I'll get that out soon. I'll work on other videos when I can. I did have a couple of ideas. I wanted to fill out some March Madness brackets with you guys that I thought were, because there were a lot of fun ones that came out this past few weeks. So I thought that would be fun, and they'd be just like in this style. And I thought those would be really cool and easy to do and fun for everyone. Everyone could go along at home and all that with it, like write their own lists and stuff. I'm gonna get new reviews out as soon as I can, because it sucks that I can't do what I do to cope and what I love because of school that I hate so much. And so it's like, as soon as I have the opportunity, because it's like, by the time I'm done with one essay, it's right into the next one. Or if I have like a day that I can rest, it's like, I don't want to look at a Word document. I don't want to write a script right now. I wish I could just skip to the editing, because that's the best part. But, I know this is a rambling, jumbled mess, but, I had 2 more things. What were they? First off, my 2-year anniversary could not have come at a more inconvenient time. My 2-year anniversary here on YouTube is on Tuesday. It is April 16th, and I wanted to do something for it, but I didn't have time to, really make anything. So what I'd like to do is another Q&A, because I always have fun with those, and I thought that this would be a good time to do another one, so we don't have to wait all the way until my 1,000 subscribers Q&A, because I'm sure, that's going to be several months off or whatever. Who knows, maybe not, but I'm assuming so. And so leave your questions and stuff down below. I know it took like 12 minutes to actually get to this portion of the video, so if you're still sticking around, leave your questions, excuse me, leave your questions below, anything and everything, as much or as little as you want, and I will get to all of them, because this is a big deal. It's like my 2 years on YouTube, and just making videos, so I'm super excited about that. So please leave questions. Now, I cannot, it probably won't come out on that day, so don't worry about getting them in immediately. I would say from today, maybe leave your questions within a week. So to like the 18th? No. Well, yes, by the time this video is up, it'll be, the 18th. Because, like I said, it's 3 in the morning, so by the time this is up, it'll be tomorrow. Anyway, so get your questions in within about a week or so, and then I can get to all of them, and it'll be out hopefully by like the end of the month-ish is what I would say, and it'll be like a belated anniversary celebration. And finally, I wanted to ask, because like I said, Patreon is my only source of income right now, and I really don't like what I'll most likely be doing after school, but I'm gonna have this spot in between school and my Florida trip of about 2 months, of like all of July and August, where it's like, I need to work, I need to make some sort of income in that time. I can't just not, though I would love to just make my own videos for a couple months, but I can't, that's not responsible. But I was wondering if any of you would possibly be interested in like hiring me to do like freelance editing at all, because that's what I really want to do, is like do my own videos and then edit for other people would be amazing. But what I mean is like if you have home movies or photo albums that you would like to be like digitized and like made into videos with like music and background stuff, if you have videos for school or work that you need to have edited and put together, because you know, a lot of schools are starting to do that now, especially for online students, where it's like, hey, make a video. And I'm like, 99% of people have never posted a video to YouTube like that before. Like, a lot of people that are in school haven't done that. Because I've seen that multiple times. I had to post videos for my speech class a couple years ago, and my aunt has gone back to school recently, and she just had to post a video the other day, and I had to help her post it to YouTube because it's like she hadn't done that before. So if you guys ever need help, you know, posting something to YouTube, needed an instructional video about how to do things for YouTube and stuff like that, would you be willing to like throw a couple bucks my way to do that? Just, you know, because it'd be something that I would really want to do. Plus, I would be able to help you guys at the same time. Because it's like, you know, I could never be more grateful to all my Patreon supporters, because they are donating for something that I would make anyway. But in this way, it's like you guys would be paying me for like a service for you. It wouldn't just be a donation. You'd be getting even more out of it than like my Patreon rewards, I guess. It'd be like something specifically for you guys, for like your own personal enjoyment or whatever. And I was like, then I could edit more and you guys could get something out of it. And it would be like through the summer, maybe even a little earlier depending on how heavy my last semester is. It, you know, knock on wood, it won't be as difficult as this one, but we'll see. But I would have, you know, if I could just have enough people to do it through the summer would be really cool. I promise the rates wouldn't be expensive or anything. We could always negotiate things. If you have questions about it or like are genuinely interested, of course you could comment here, but I also opened my direct messages on Twitter to anybody. I don't have to be following you or anything. So, and there's also my Faith's Take email, faithstake@gmail. All that stuff will be below. Patreon messages, I think they're also open to anybody. I'll have to double check that. But there's a ton of ways to get a hold of me where it could be like private, and if you didn't want people to like see, I guess, you know, but just let me know if you or anybody you know have, you know, videos that need edited for school or work, home movies, anything you can think of in that vein, really. Because I would love to be able to help with that, and it could be a mutually beneficial thing for us if any of you had anything like that that I could do. I know this is a super long video for updates and announcements. I just saw the time on it, but... And I didn't mean to get as emotional and upset as I did. I've just needed to vent on here for a long time about all this stuff, or what's felt like a very long time. And you guys are always such great listeners and so supportive, which is just, you guys are so awesome in that, in a lot of regards, but especially in that regard. And you know, I wish I could have more videos coming out. Like I said, the semester's over in 3 weeks, and hopefully my final semester, as long as nothing happens with this one, will be easy and simple enough so I can just do what I want and make videos at the same time and all that. But yeah, so if you guys just let me know if you're interested in all that stuff, leave questions below for the my 2-year anniversary Q&A, and all that good stuff. So yeah, just let me know what you thought of all this, and if any of this stuff sounds interesting to you. And I'm sorry that this video was also, like, you know, kind of a downer, but I needed to get all that out. And like I said, you guys are always the best listeners and everything. So thanks again, and I'll see you guys later.